Okay, Arthur Cheer of the Bloody Point. This is Throne and Liberty. The creative release was not too long ago, and I decided that I would take a look at it. Here you can see that I have used a Mystic Key, and it has opened a Mystic Portal somewhere in that area that you can see on the map. It appears that you have to search the area and get in close proximity to the orb to find it. I don't know what it looks like, so this is going to be somewhat of a difficult task.
What's that?
But oh, that's my
That's
my buddy.
No idea what is it for.
Guildmate in Discord. Apologies. So let's see if I can pick up some contracts local and get some XP at the same time. So my thoughts on the game will come in another video, but I'll just say briefly that I wasn't a huge Throne and Liberty fan prior to the release. I had followed it, a little bit in development, but wasn't too sure I was planning to play. However, I'm pleasantly surprised. Not only is the game gorgeous, as you can see, but the gameplay itself is also actually pretty good. The combat was reworked and it's much, much better. So, just a little brief comment there. Okay, so I'm using this glide feature to fast travel more quickly to this location on the map. I'm going to start in the middle. Now, funnily, you'll notice, which I didn't until I watched the video, that it literally pops up a little indicator as to what the thing I'm looking for looks like, and you can even see it below me on the rock formation there, that little red portal-y circle thing. I didn't notice this at the time, so I spent probably 40 minutes running around this entire zone. You can see it right behind me, like it's right there. I started at the proper location, but did not realize it. So I end up doing what amounts to a grid search of this entire circle, looking for this orb, this portal rather. I don't know at this time what it gives you. I don't even know if it's a actual, portal that takes you to an instance or something. So, but I've never seen it before, so I do want to find it. You have an hour. You can see on the map you have 59 minutes to locate it. And again, I don't know what it looks like, if it's small, if it's big, if it'll be hidden, if it'll show up on the map, all that kind of thing. So finding it is going to be a bit of a challenge. And of course you have to deal with the mobs. 59 minutes is a long time. So I'm thinking that it's probably pretty hidden, if that's what they give you. I also don't know if I'm the only one who can see it. Is this an instance thing, or does everyone on the map see the that sphere, and could anybody else just find it? So there's time pressure there as well, right? You want to get it before anybody else does. As I mentioned, the game is beautiful. This is Unreal 4, not Unreal 5, but they do a really great job with the colors and the scattering effects, and it looks really, really good. I also have not noticed any performance issues, and population density in some areas is really high. You'll have a lot of players on screen, and I personally haven't noticed any performance issues whatsoever. Nor have I really seen any in any of the footage that I've watched, so that's a really good sign. The game will eventually, you'll be having, large-scale siege-type PvP with hundreds of people on screen, maybe 1,000. So performance will be important. I have watched a little bit of that, smaller, maybe 100, 200 on screen, and it still looks good. So kudos to the devs for pulling that off, because not all games of late have managed to do that. So you'll notice that I used a waypoint portal to teleport, fast travel, to the location where I went up on that tower and jumped to glide down. Those things are spread throughout the map. You have to discover them, like approach them and interact with them to unlock them, but once you do, you can move from anywhere in the map to those locations. Some of them are free and have no cost, and others have a cost in the primary currency. So you need to be mindful of that. Oh yeah, fall damage. The game has significant fall damage. I have killed myself very easily. In fact, using a similar, that kind of like grappling thing. I did it, and I didn't adjust my movement or use anything because I wanted to see if it was going to put me in the right place, and it just vaulted me in the air and landed right on the ground and died. Speaking of death, there's a recent player death there. That's what that tombstone is. So this pop-up seems to indicate that this campfire can be used to do something. I assume it's meant to regenerate your health. I have not seen it before or nor used one, so we're going to give that a try. First we'll finish off this mob. Okay, so interacting. Now my health is regenning just passively based on my skills, but oh yeah, it's much faster when I'm resting at this campfire. So that's a good thing to know. These things can be used to regen your health quickly. Alright. What's this? So this is not the portal, this is another orb. These things are opened with what are called mystic keys, which can be purchased. They can also be acquired as rewards or loot. And they give you, it's essentially a chest, and they give you all kinds of different things, XP as well as sometimes items. I assume they go up to pretty decent quality because I found one that had a level requirement. I could not even interact with it, with the orb, or use the key without, having the appropriate level. Okay, so I've kind of gone outside the area here of the sphere. It's not actually that big of a circle, so methodically searching it again, not really knowing what it looked like because I missed the pop-up at the very beginning. In fact, I believe the pop-up only was presented because I was close to it, because it didn't do it when I first activated the portal, and it didn't do it at any other point between then and when I arrived in the zone. Now it's possible because it was when I was in the zone, but it didn't do it until I was fairly close, so I have a feeling that it was triggered by that. You can see that I have this mobility form, this kind of like, it's the equivalent of a mount, I suppose, in other games. You just polymorph into an animal, and the skins that you have vary, so you can be different animals depending upon whether you've purchased or unlocked them.
Cool, man. I got a 50 healer.
Okay, so I'm really kind of lost at this point. I don't really know where I'm going. And the funny thing is, it's like right there, but I just don't realize it. In fact, I don't know if I can see it on the map or not. Yeah, I think you can. Yeah, I think there was an icon. There was an icon on the mini-map which represented the location of the portal. I just didn't catch it, unfortunately. A little distracted. Alright, so I'm guessing that if it's hidden, it's got to be hidden somewhere, pretty well, otherwise people would have run across it randomly. Okay, so yeah, I saw it on the map, and there it is. Right where I started. It's pretty hilarious. Okay, but now I can see why it wasn't just randomly picked up, because you have to glide to it from the observatory up there, that high tower. There's no other way to get there. So I just have to hurry and hope nobody else sees it. Given that I passed it several times and didn't notice it, there's a good chance no one else will see it either. Right. Man, the seamless loading and whatnot of all these various things, whether it's loading into the game or from one area of the map to the other after fast traveling, or leaving a cutscene or a dungeon, like, it's very, very smooth. It's incredibly well done. And it's a small thing, but it combined with everything else that's done, you know, proficiently in the game, it really gives you a good feeling when you're playing. Okay, so a note about this gliding feature is it is influenced by the wind. So if you're gliding with the wind behind you, you will get more distance. And in fact, reaching this particular formation is only possible when you have the wind at your back. You cannot do it otherwise. All right, so let's see if I get this. Okay, excellent. And what does this do? Okay, so it gave me a bit over 6k XP and this rare crystal, which is for crafting. So it's not bad, you know, considering I got it for nothing. I mean, it did take a little effort. It could have been much quicker. Like, this literally could have taken me 2 minutes if I'd noticed it in the beginning. But yeah, I couldn't find any videos on this anywhere, so I didn't even know what it looked like. I wanted to make sure that others now do know. And thank you for always, as always, for watching. Ka.